I still remember the night I decided to explore the old mansion at the edge of town. I was 12 at the time, and I'd always been fascinated by the tales of the supernatural. It was one of those crisp autumn evenings when the air is sharp and the fog clings to the ground like a blanket. I had just read about the mansion in my old book of local legends. The story was as eerie as it was intriguing, about a place where whispers drove people mad. That night I couldn't shake the feeling that I had to see it for myself. My parents had always warned me about it, and the locals spoke in hushed tones about the mansion. But curiosity got the better of me. I packed a flashlight, my notebook, and my father's old pocket knife, just in case. As the moon rose high, casting ghostly shadows, I set off towards the mansion. I remember my heartbeat quickening with each step I took towards that foreboding structure. When I arrived, the mansion looked exactly as I'd imagined, a towering, decaying relic of the past. The gate creaked open, its rusted metal protesting my intrusion. I stepped into the overgrown garden, the tall grass whispering around my feet. The front door was ajar, and I pushed it open with a deep breath, bracing myself for whatever lay beyond. Inside, the air was frigid and musty. Dust motes danced in the beam of my flashlight as I made my way through the darkened rooms. The mansion felt alive with an unsettling energy, and I could feel it growing colder the further I went. That's when I first heard it. The whispers. At first, it was just a faint rustling sound like leaves in the wind. But as I moved deeper into the mansion, the whispers grew louder, almost like they were beckoning me. My heart pounded as the voices seemed to call my name. I wandered through the empty corridors, the whispers forming eerie patterns that were just out of reach. It was as if the very walls were alive, murmuring secrets I couldn't quite grasp. I was determined to uncover the truth, but the mansion had other plans. In a grand hall, the chandeliers swayed as though moved by an unseen hand. The whispers reached a fever pitch, blending into a dissonant chorus of fear. I felt a chill grip my shoulder, and when I turned around, no one was there. The air grew colder, and the whispers became more frantic. Desperation drove me to run, my flashlight flickering as I sprinted down hallways that seemed to twist and stretch endlessly. I stumbled into a room at the end of a hallway, its walls lined with old portraits. The eyes in those portraits seemed to follow me, their expressions a mix of sorrow and terror. In the center of the room stood an old, ornate mirror. There was something almost hypnotic about it. I felt drawn to it, compelled to look. When I did, my reflection was not alone. Behind me, shadowy figures moved in the glass, their faces twisted in silent screams. I felt a surge of panic as I realized they were reaching out from the mirror. That was when the mansion seemed to come alive with noise and chaos. I had to get out. I bolted through the hallways, the whispers now a cacophony of anguish. I didn't stop until I was outside, the cold night air hitting me like a slap. I looked back at the mansion, but it had swallowed itself in darkness. The whispers had ceased, but the memory stayed with me. I never spoke of what happened that night, but the whispers didn't leave me. They lingered in the corners of my mind, a reminder of the secrets that should remain buried. The mansion still stands, a dark silhouette against the night sky, waiting for the next curious soul to uncover its chilling truths.